We have Grandmaster Leinier Dominguez. Leinier, welcome on the show.
Welcome, Leinier.
Thank you. Great to be with you guys.
Lovely. Tell us where you're zooming from.
I'm very close to you. I'm here in St. Louis.
You're welcome to come to the studio. What do you think of? Yeah. What do you think of these U.S. championships?
Well, it's always good to watch the seniors. Remember some of these guys? I was playing against them years ago when I was a kid. So it's good to see them still around, and of course the juniors as well. It's a very nice tournament with already some very strong players and others who are trying to join them. Alice Lee as well this year trying to play with the boys. I think it's great for her. So yeah, overall it's a great tournament.
Leinier, you're coming in at a very hot moment because you've had a very similar situation a few years back at the U.S. Championships when you won against the Petrov in about 20 minutes against Elshan. Abhimanyu just did that in about 20 minutes against Nico Chasin. Now, we're talking about, the player that got defeated and how they're going to react to that. But how do you react to that from the winning perspective? Because, you're in shape, you're playing your games, you get used to the long games. How do you continue to stay in shape for the next games?
I mean, first of all, it's, a win is a win. So it's always welcome, especially in a tough tournament like this. So definitely a big booster. You have to, just keep going after that, obviously. But it's a great confidence booster, I think. I just logged in a few minutes ago and I saw this game and the first thing that came to mind was my game against Elshan from the U.S. Championship a few years ago. But yeah, it's a gift to one of the favorites already. So I think Mitra puts himself in a very good position after this, obviously even better than he was already. And I think it's from the loser's perspective is obviously much worse. Yeah, you want to do something to kind of get back immediately after this, but it's not so easy because it's such a strong tournament. You get a strong opponent immediately after this game. But I wish him the best.
Speaking of these two players, the leaders, the co-leaders going into this one in the junior section, you talked about them being so strong. You've played against them at the U.S. Championships, Andy Woodward and Abhimanyu. From a top player's perspective, explain to us their styles, if you might. You've played them, you've faced them before.
Yeah, I don't know them so well, but I did play games against them, not only against them, but some of the other players as well. And I think they're they're similar in a way. It's, the style of the young players are in many cases similar because they grew on similar tools and they're very good calculators almost always, and they have very good opening knowledge. So I think in that sense they're similar. I think they're very good in concrete positions and great calculation skills, very decent openings already at the very high level. So I think I think that's what makes them both already very strong. Of course, it's a question how you develop after that, and of course they both have their own strong and weak points, but I think in that sense they're similar, and they're both very young. So probably two of the most talented U.S. players, young U.S. players right now.
And Leinier, in the girls section, we have Rachel Lee, who started just with perfect score, incredible games, 4 out of 4. What strategy would you recommend such a player? And have you ever had a national championship when you started so perfectly? How to continue in that line?
Yeah, no, I don't remember such a good good streak of games, but but definitely easier to handle that than some other situations. So usually when you have that, it's it's like a snowball. You're playing well, you get the confidence, you get the wins, and also your opponent starts to be like a little bit afraid and sometimes make unnecessary mistakes, and sometimes you even get a gift like Mishra got today. So I would say just try to keep building on that and try to riding that snowball. It's the best strategy.
Absolutely. Leinier, when I turn your attention to the seniors, do you have any particular favorite amongst these legends?
Yeah, well, of course, I know most of the players quite well. As I was saying before, I even played many games against them in the past. I remember being just a kid and playing Chavalov and Kaidanov and these guys. But I think from just a purely objective perspective, it's hard not to see Vladimir Akopian and Alexander Onyshuk as the favorites. I mean, they're still. I mean, Onyshuk was playing really at a really high level not so long ago, and he looks good. So I think it's those two are the objectively the favorites.
Absolutely.
He certainly looks good, but in this game right now against Kaidanov, it does feel like he got almost caught out of the opening, and he's facing some serious problems after about 15 to 20 moves. What's your take on this game, and can you give us a rundown of what problems he's facing and how he can perhaps solve them, if you might?
I don't see the board.
I'll bring up the board for you to take a look at. We just saw Gregory. It's like a Nimzo Indian, same-ish, but Gregory has two bishops, and the last moves have been King H1 and Queen on A5 to D8. We're expecting that Gregory's going to continue F3, F4, and again with the two bishops. The half-open G file, and with E4, E5 on tap for white, looking really nice for Gregory in this one.
Yeah, it certainly does. Yeah, it's more or less the dream in terms of what you want. Yeah, with white in this position, there's no solid blockade. The bishops are likely to become very active. You have all the dynamics here, open files, the strong center. I guess, it's practically very nice to play. I don't know if it's like a really, really huge advantage. Probably so, yeah. I guess take everything on F4 and try to survive, but E5 is coming.
Maybe you can even start with E5, right, after taking on F4.
Take on E5 is on tap, but as you just said, if you capture everything, you're facing, you're facing down E.
Yeah, it's very hard to create some sort of blockade. I mean, E5 is coming anyway. I guess you play G6. Yeah, it's kind of even after that, it's white's play. It's just so easy. You just double on the F file and maybe play C5, bishop C4 later. If black plays G6, it's tough to offer advice here.
Yeah, happy
with equal material. Yeah, I mean, I think even without the A3 pawn or something like that, it would still be good for white. But it's even material. Yeah.
Exactly, doing no wrong. Leinier, you're going to play in the Grand Chess Tour in the Rapid and Blitz. How's your training going?
Yeah, it's going well. I'll try to get as much practice as possible and try to play well. I'm focusing more on Rapid and Blitz, so it's of course it's a challenge to try to keep up with the young guys and still be competitive, play well at a high level. But I think it's possible, and I'm training for that.
You just mentioned you're focusing much more on Rapid and Blitz. I need to ask you this question. Are we going to see you back at the U.S. Championships later this year, or has that decision not been made yet?
Not been made yet, but yeah, maybe not. But you'll see me around for sure. I mean, if not at this tournament, I mean, if not at the U.S. Championship, then in some other tournaments for sure. I just want to keep playing. Of course, I mean, it's hard for me to to imagine life without playing chess. So I'll be around in some way for sure. I'm just trying to balance my life in general and try to still keep the motivation and the enjoyment element in chess as much as possible. But what I can say is that I'll be around for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. Leinier, thank you so much for joining us and taking time out of your busy day. All the best in the GCT Rapid and Blitz.
Thank you, guys. Always great to see you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Leinier. As we return